Hey everybody, it's Jim, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something that showed up last week unexpectedly, and that is the Spark. It showed up last week, no fanfare, no tracking information. As a matter of fact, I had checked because they had sent me an email that was saying that, well, your Spark is on the way at some point. We expect to ship between the 12th and 20th of August. So I didn't think anything of it when I got a UPS indication that something was on the way. And then there it was. The UPS thing was, I get a lot of packages and often I forget what I've ordered. So it wasn't really surprising that this showed up. So here it is, the Spark. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the pros and the cons. I'll put a couple of screenshots in here because I'm actually using my phone as a camera because that's what I have. So the app is kind of off limits right now, but you can see the the next video behind you, can't you? I'm years behind on the Helix thing, but we'll talk about that next. Anyway, so here's a Spark positive grid. That's what it says over there. I always thought it said Spark. But anyway, Spark by Positive Grid. So one of the things you might not know about the Spark is that it has an acoustic guitar input. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record an acoustic guitar into this, hopefully not get too much mic bleed because unfortunately that's my input output. And we're going to go from there because I'm miking it. I've got a microphone about 6 inches off of the speaker, the left speaker, or the right speaker, I guess. If I'm the positive grid, it's my right? So there are 2 speakers in there. Let's get a guitar. Let's get started. So my first impression right there is that the Spark gave us a good sound. It was decent. It's decent in the room, not really as loud as it could be. When you're amplifying an acoustic, I'd like it to be a little louder than the acoustic. And to be honest with you, I don't really know how loud the amp was, but then again, I'm sitting right on top of this box. So there's that. I'm going to unplug this. And now let's pick up an electric. For this next part, I'm using my Fender Ultra Stratocaster. And the reason that I'm not putting the guitar into the shot here, folks, isn't because I'm trying to obviously do some awesome guitar playing, because that's not me. But because, and then fake it, but because what I wanted to do was give you, you know, the amp, not the guitar, while I'm playing. Anyway, so right now I've got the gain. I'm in the clean channel. The gain is right at mid. The master is up quite a bit. And the output is also about 3/4. So the master and the output are about the same. And it's got a nice big sound to it. nice and big, very full in the room. Of course, like I said before, I was playing an acoustic and I'm sitting on top of the acoustic, so the sound is a little different, but to me, sounds nice. Sounds really big and full. And I like that. In the bridge, it's a little sparkly, obviously. So now, let's go over to the next channel, which they call glassy. I'm not sure what glassy means. Is it lassie with a G? I'm not sure. That's how it's spelled. Why am I pushing all the buttons? Because it seems that when you switch channels, it actually has a preset that it goes to for that channel. So if I don't mess with the knobs, it doesn't actually just go with what I've got set here. I have to go in and set it again. So I move a couple of knobs just to make sure that it's doing what I told it to do. Same settings. This is the glossy channel. I'm between the neck and the middle pickup right here. I've turned my volume down to about 6. Something you'll notice is rolls off quite fast right there. Notice the roll off of the volume as you get to the end of a chord. Listen closely at the end of a chord. So let's say you're letting something ring out. Well, this is kind of interesting. And dead. Not a whole lot of trail to it. That's a little something. Some people just don't care. I mean, they're so busy going. They don't really care. All right, so let's go over to the crunch channel. I think we can dial the gain back a bit and leave the master volume up. This is where it starts to really open up. Not unlike the Katana, which, as you know, if you've watched the show, I've owned a few of them. This really, really opens up when you get to the crunch channel, which is probably the most useful channel. I'm going to go to the neck pickup here. Again, I'm about 5 or 6. I never can really tell because I don't have a button or a thing here. I kind of line it up off the pickup and I go, oh, there's where my number is, because that's about where 10 lines up. But anyway, let's take a listen to the crunch channel. And again, that's the neck pickup at about 5. If I push the neck pickup, so let's switch guitars. Let's go a little bit more heavy and go to a Les Paul, shall we? And we're back. Right now I'm using my Les Paul Standard. And again, let's hear what it sounds like. I'm going to use the neck pickup as I did before. I'm going to roll back to about the same position, which is 6 on the volume knob. Let's hear the same kind of riff and what this guy is doing with that. lot more in the sustain category when it comes to the Les Paul. Let's go to the bridge pickup and check out the same thing. Let's go to the bridge pickup and check out the same thing. You'll see it's a little bit bright. And to be honest with you, I mean, I could turn back the treble a bit to take some of that bite out. Obviously, the guitar is more mid-range heavy. What they call the high gain setting. There's still one more to go. I'm kind of impressed as far as that goes. So here we are in the high gain setting. The fact is, it doesn't do a bad job as far as the high gain setting. If I go to the neck pickup, use a similar setting. It's a little fizzier than I would like. Honestly, when it's pushing the neck pickup, it's a little too fizzy. I'd probably have to mess a little bit with where I am as far as that stuff goes. So I'm going to bring the volume back a bit because I'm going to go to the metal setting. And again, oh geez, you know, I got to go back. And this is the thing, this is what will get you, and that's why I'm leaving it into the video. I forgot to mess with the knobs when I went to the, initially went to the high gain setting. So it actually was using its preset. So I didn't really have what I thought I had for settings. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's a lot. Not as bad as it was before. Again, the neck pickup. Not nearly as busy. Not too bad. All right, so we'll go to that metal setting. Again, I'll move my knobs around a bit. I just want to get it into the middle because everybody's got different settings that they want to use. And I don't want to say, oh, this is my setting and this is what, you know, I think is best. So this is the metal setting. I'm not a metal player, so I'm going to do, I'm just going to play chords and hopefully it'll translate. the neck pickup at 7. Let's bring it to 10. Yeah, not too bad. Bridge pickup at about 6. Not too bad. Bring it up to 10. So that's about half the volume that I get right now in the room. Obviously, it can be a lot louder. And I can get feedback. If I bring up my master a bit, we'll bring the gain up to about 6. So it goes well, it feeds back well, if that's the expectation you're going to get. So what do I think? Let me take the guitar off and tell you. I wanted to do a separate video that kind of summed up what you can do with the Spark and what I think it's got use for. The use of the application, which you can control with Bluetooth from your tablet or your phone, is really good. It's got a lot of deep dive and you can do a lot with it. As far as the amplifier itself goes, it's very useful for a small in-the-room device. Is it a great DAW? I don't know. I really didn't use that part of it. I mic'd it during this, so I really don't have anything to say there. As far as the application of it for practice, I guess if you got 2 guitar players sitting in the same room, it'd be okay. But once you get into a drumming environment, I think you're going to lose what you were hoping to gain with it. And I don't know if that's what you're looking for. When it comes to jamming with jam tracks, I've never been a person who wants to hear the guitar and the jam track coming from the same thing. I think that's a little disingenuous to your playing. But a lot of people do that. I see that like a person who's riding down the road singing karaoke, you know, in their car, because actually it's not even karaoke because they're not the only vocalists. So you're sitting along going, singing a song, and the next thing you know, you're so far out of tune and out of touch that you don't know. But hey, the song is taking over. So I think there's a little bit of that happens there. So I have a tendency to want to turn my guitar way up, my music way down, and feel and hear all of the bumps and bruises that are in my playing. And I know that they're there. I'm well aware of it. You don't need to put those in the comments section. But anyway, I just wanted to put that in there. You got to give Positive Grid credit because they were able to get together and ship out about 85,000 units, the amount of time that they have, especially considering the current environment. So I don't really get too bad, too shaken up about that. And I want to say that there really isn't a whole lot negative that I would say when it comes to their delivery time. One could always wait until they were in stock at Sweetwater. There's no reason you absolutely have to have a Spark right now. So anyone who was complaining about, oh, they took my money and I didn't get it yet, well, that's what it was, and you knew that going into it. So if you didn't get it when you thought you would get it, then that's the kind of thing that happens with these indie things, and it's just something we all have to live with. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like and subscribe to us. Check out our links. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, and we've got other stuff. And I should start wearing our t-shirts. It's always supposed to be this disingenuous thing, you know, when you wear your own t-shirts. It's like a band wearing the band's own t-shirt and stuff. So I don't know. But anyway, please follow up, and anything that you would like to say in the comments section below. Like, share, subscribe. And most of all, be that practical guitarist.